All right, welcome in show number 2 of Bacon in Your Mailbox. I am
Good
Greg
morning.
Milby, Jana
I'm Jana
Clark right
Clark.
there. Isn't this so much fun? Show number 2.
Listen,
Unlike the other day, the show today is live, by the way, people. So we have
what?
we have no comfort net to fall back on like we did the other day. So, Jana, I noticed your scenery is a little different for Bacon in Your Mailbox today. Where are you at?
I am in my backyard. I just thought that it's a little chilly, I'll be honest, but I happened to look at the forecast and I know how nice it's going to be today. So if you are able to go outside today would be a great day to soak in some vitamin D and enjoy your own backyard.
Maybe we should show them that because if we're going to be a show,
Yeah,
we have to cover the stuff, not the
I,
hard hitting stuff.
I
But
agree.
ladies and gentlemen, for the first time ever, here is your bacon in your mailbox weather. Weather today, partly sunny and windy with a high of 78. Cloudy tonight, 65. We'll see clouds and a 30% chance of showers and a high of 75. Currently, I don't know what the temperature is, but Janet could tell us because you've been out there for a little bit, correct?
I've been out here about an hour and I had to wipe off the furniture because it was a little dewy, but I will tell you the fresh air is fabulous. So I'm a little chilly. I think it's about 46, 47 out right now, but it feels like 78.
So you've been out there for how long?
I think about an hour, but I started working early this morning and I had another call before this one, so I just decided to move it on out here early.
Okay, that's good. Well, I'm running a little bit late today. I do have my bacon and my there you go, bacon and my
Got
eggs.
it.
So, but I'm not going to get to those for a little bit. Hey, by the way, if you're watching this live on Facebook at Kentucky's Heartlands page, you're more than welcome to make comments, nice comments, please. But
That's right.
also, you can chime in on some of the stuff that we talk about today. Also, with a regular show, you have to do sports. So I will do the sports cast here. Sports today, still none. So that's your sports cast for today. So
And we're so sad that
I
there's
know.
no
I
sports.
still I can't watch. I guess ESPN2
Yeah.
or one of those has changed to ESPN Ocho, and they're doing everything from cherry spitting competitions to
Ooh.
you name it. So
Ooh.
I think I haven't had a chance to watch it because honestly, yesterday I didn't have a chance to binge watch anything. I think I did like 5 videos yesterday and some other
Wow.
stuff.
Yeah.
But I watched 2 episodes of the Tiger King last night.
I have heard so many people talk about that, and I haven't had it. I don't even know what it is.
Just
Clueless.
don't don't watch any reviews. Don't watch anything about the show. Don't watch the trailer. I want you today to watch 2 episodes of Tiger King.
How do I do that? Like,
It's
how
on
do you even get it?
it's on Netflix. Do you have Netflix?
Okay. All right.
Okay. So you go
Okay.
there, and I promise you, at least once or twice in the first 30 minutes, you will say, "What in the world am I watching?"
Ugh. Is it
It
going to stress me out? Because I don't need that.
no, it will not stress you out. I promise you.
Is it uplifting? Is it like a Hallmark movie?
No, not at
Okay.
all. It's not a movie.
Okay.
It's more of a documentary.
Okay.
And but there's lions and there's tigers.
Listen, animals make me happy as long as
Good.
people are being nice to them.
Okay. Well, all right.
Okay.
Well, we'll see how that is. All
Oh,
right.
okay. I'll try.
So today is Solitude Day. That is a holiday. It's a day to enjoy the peace and serenity of being alone,
Yes.
which like we have a choice. We are all
That's a forced holiday, right?
yeah, most definitely. It's kind of a combination of social distancing and emotional distancing all at once is solitude.
So, but listen, we're bringing people together in ways that we never have before, and so we can respect that holiday and be with ourselves. Do a little zen in your backyard, right?
Yeah.
It's good for you. It is good for everyone. And then also reach out to your friends and hug them through the phone and through the computer, and do both. Be in solitude and then find your peeps.
Yeah. Jennifer actually went for a walk yesterday with a friend of hers and they walked on the separate side of the street. So it was
I've heard so many great stories about that. So that's a fabulous idea.
So I think maybe we might try to get out and go over to our camp today, maybe do some work. I think they were a little more excited about the potential of it until I told them what we were going to potentially be doing over there. So,
Uh-oh.
um, we'll see how it goes. But almost 80 today. You should get out and do something. I think Gavin and I, we shot a little bit of basketball yesterday in the driveway. So,
Nice. My kids went for a bike ride and they came back muddy as could be. And I was like, that's fine. Just hose yourself off. You've got time.
yeah. So Vicky Farrell
Yes.
just asked, and let me see if I can put this up on the screen here. I think there's a way I can do that. There you go. Can I?
I
There it
love it that
is.
the technical stuff is your issue and I'm just hanging.
Yeah. So Vicky asked, bacon in your mailbox with a question mark. So she doesn't really understand what bacon in your mailbox is. So maybe we explain again for people that did not watch the video the other day. Why is this show called Bacon in Your Mailbox, Jana?
So, bacon in your mailbox. Two reasons. The first is because bacon is um, a universal. It's its own food group, right? It makes everybody happy. If you're The best way to start your day off on the right foot is to enjoy bacon. You need to have a party, invite people over, serve them bacon. It's a fabulous brunch, and so bacon makes people happy, and that's the goal of this show. And secondly, mailbox because we are finding out minute by minute basis that mailboxes have surprises in them, and you have to open them up to see what's in them, just like you have to tune in and watch us and interact with us to see what we're doing. Because not only do people not know what to expect, we're not really sure what to expect, and so bacon in your mailbox.
Look, people sell jewelry on the on Facebook. They put all kinds of weird videos on Facebook. This is just some time for us to feel in the morning on a Tuesday and a Thursday morning. We'll do this
Yes,
show just to fill some time and talk about stuff that's not virus related, really and truly.
right.
It's all about having some fun and talking about some stuff, and we'll ask some questions and we'll let people comment on them, and we just want people to kind of have a little fun with us.
A little fun distraction with your
Yeah.
friends.
Right. So even so, I'll have to show now. I have to actually hit another magic button and go over there and do this. But I want to show now, just for the fun of it. I've got a porch cam set up. So I just wanted to look out.
Fabulous.
So there's porch cam, and that means nothing other than the porch cam is just there for us to. I don't know. It's just kind of a weird little thing to have out there. And now I've
So
got
I
a
can't see it. So tell me what you're seeing through your porch cam.
uh
I'll look at it later, by the way.
yeah. So the porch cam, you're just seeing out into my front yard now, which is very interesting because just to kind of share a story, I'm looking out through porch cam through my front yard, but right now when I'm looking at you, I'm looking at my old backyard because that was going to be my house. Jennifer and I were going to buy that house until Jana and Mitch stole it. There's a whole story behind that.
There is a story behind that. And so I told you you could come borrow my backyard anytime you want. Um,
I don't want your
I'm
stinking
so
backyard
sorry. Have
now.
I ever apologized for that?
No, you haven't.
I'm really sorry because it's a great backyard, but you have a great backyard too, and you have
I know.
wonderful neighbors.
I do. I love where we are. But yeah, the story is when we were moving from Indiana, we found this beautiful house that we absolutely loved. Now we had to sell our house first, and we kind of knew that house wasn't going to stick around for a long period of time. So, sure enough, the house came off the market, and then sure enough, I find out like 6 months later uh, who bought that house because you told me that actually. So, and you didn't realize
I
that we were looking
did.
at that. So,
I
anyway,
remember that conversation. You were like, "Wait, what house did you buy?"
yeah, you
And it went down.
stole my dreams. That's okay. I don't need them anyway. Also today, as we mentioned, it is Serenity Day or Solitude Day. That's what it is. It's also make up your own holiday day. How fun is that? So today you
That's
can be
perfect for
anything you
us.
want. Yeah.
You know what today is now because of that, right?
What's that?
It's bacon in your mailbox
There's
day.
my girl right there. You're figuring out how to do this thing. Uh, so Jeff Thompson is asking how both of us are doing today. So Jeff, thanks for asking. We're both doing good. We're,
I,
we're we're doing a show. I mean, how
I
how
think
else
so.
I mean, I've actually done some more work in my office in the basement because I realized that all these videos I was doing, they are,
Yeah.
it was the one that was the two walls that had nothing on them. So I had to shift the camera, put my Titans flag back up that I'd taken down to take to the
It looks
office.
good.
So I've
But
got
don't
that
you think
going on.
it's funny that like so I can move around. So you're pretty much in your office because you have all the equipment. All I need is my laptop and I can kind of go wherever I want. But I as I'm on various conference calls and Zooms and all this stuff we're doing video chat, I want to shop in people's offices. I'm like, "Hey, that's a really pretty vase," or "Where'd you get that plant?" Or it cracks me up people's environments and how we are literally welcomed into each other's homes right now.
Yeah. Did you see the Zoom video of the guy who actually, when he had his first Zoom meeting with his staff or actually his coworkers, he had taken and put pictures of a New York skyline, like a beautiful penthouse skyline behind him.
That's a great
And
idea.
and at the very end of the conference call, he took it off and told him, "Hey, by the way, that was just a fake background." So there were people were wondering, how in the world did he have a New York style
Where was
penthouse?
he? How did that
They're
happen?
like, "Man, that's kind of crazy." But uh, all right, so back to make your own holiday day.
Okay,
Tomorrow was supposed to be opening day for baseball, so let's make it closing day. Everything's closing, right? So
closing day.
I know it makes me sad that tomorrow's supposed to be opening day for baseball because really that's the only day during the regular season I think I
Yeah.
watch baseball is opening day.
Yes. So baseball's a long season, right? So I hope in my heart that the opening day just becomes a little later and maybe they could do a shortened season. And I don't know anything. I'm just asking, making stuff up because that's what we do because we're not a source of legitimate information on this show.
No,
But it is my hope that everything literally can just kind of move along and it will be something because I do think that sports is something that our society, our community needs. I know that I need it, my family needs it, so I'm so hopeful that people just get even more creative than ever and figure out a way to bring us back on the field, and I do think that will happen. I hope so.
yeah. Hey, Jeff Thompson says it should be. I'm gonna put him back up there. Jeff says it should be ice cream in the bedroom day. You know
Oh,
what, Jeff?
why?
You can do you, man. You do that. That's good. It's a
Listen.
holiday. I mean, it can be whatever you want it to be day. I'd like it to be National Greg Day in this house and everybody do what I ask, but I'm not
Well,
sure
in
that's
your
going to
world, it
happen.
can be, but you and I will might be the only ones celebrating that. But I'm on board. I'll celebrate Greg to National Greg Day. I'll do that for
That's
you.
good.
My neighbor's taking their trash out. Hey, hi.
And they're wondering why you're just kind of sitting out in your yard in the shade. Um, if you want to yell at them and tell them bacon in your mailbox is on Facebook right now if they want to watch.
Listen, you all need to watch. They're gone.
Yeah, they're not gone.
I
You
will
just don't
say,
want to
okay,
talk
so
to them.
since we're live, if any of my neighbors are online with us or can hear me because it's kind of quiet in my neighborhood right now and I'm out here yelling because I also discovered on Tuesday that I'm so loud. But anyway, if anyone wants to come over and enjoy a cup of coffee with me, I'm here. Come on.
Maybe we can have well, they got to be 6 feet apart. So, you know,
There's plenty of room. Look
that's
at the,
good.
are you kidding me?
I could
We're
see that. Yeah.
good.
You know what? I'm gonna have to do that. I'm gonna have to show your sparse backyard because I can't people can't really see that. So there we go. That's her sparse backyard. I mean, you really are in the middle of like a pasture there, it seems like. So
Oh, it's not a pasture. But it is a large backyard. But see, we don't have fences, and so
hmm
it looks bigger really than it is because our lots kind of back up to each other, and so you kind of can't really tell where my yard becomes someone else's yard, which makes it really nice for all of us. I think it
did
works
you
for us.
did you clean your yard yesterday, knowing that you were going to be out there for the day show, or is that all
Didn't even
natural?
decide to do it till this morning. No, but
Okay.
I do have a list for my kids this week, and so things that you can't see, like all the weeds over here, that's going to be cleaned up at some point this week. So
That's good.
they don't
So,
know that, but they'll find out.
and leading into that, speaking of diversions
Yeah.
and diverting your kids onto some duties, there was a list. I found this list yesterday, and I'm still perusing I still peruse the interwebs like I'm still doing
Yes.
a morning show. I mean, I'm always finding weird stories, and maybe I should try to find and get back into the morning radio business, just or do this more because it gives me a chance to talk about these stories that I only tell my family.
You do
Uh,
seem to come up with some very interesting information, and I've never really known the depths that you have to go to get all that stuff. So
a lot.
let's hear it. What do
You
you
go to a
got?
lot. So there's a list from Reader's Digest of
Okay.
things people don't know how to do around the house anymore. Uh, they say nobody knows how to kill a bug with a newspaper anymore because everybody
We
has
do.
those
My
bug
house does.
zappers. They still use the newspaper?
I don't have a bug zapper. Do I need one?
No, only if you're
No.
camping. That's entertainment. Unless
Oh,
unless you're a member of PETA and you're watching this, then it's not entertainment. I would never do that ever.
it's not cool.
So, oh look, man, this is good. My dad's watching. Hi, Dad. Look at that. Hey, son. So
Hi,
actually, it's
Dad.
either my dad or my mom because they share the same Facebook, but she
I
won't put a name on the
understand.
Facebook.
I understand.
Brian Dennis also is commenting and
Hey,
saying,
Brian.
give your spouse a trophy day. Uh, Brian Dennis with the Award Center would be happy to probably deliver you a trophy since their shop is not open, but
Right, right.
you could do that today.
Give your
Uh,
wife. I don't have a wife. I would have to give your wife a trophy, which is
well, it
even
was give your
better.
spouse a trophy day, so you you
Oh,
can
oh,
you
okay.
can give
I
Mitch.
thought we were just honoring wives. I was going to call
Mitch
my
is
husband and
already
tell
a
him he had to
trophy.
give me one.
Yeah, Mitch is already a trophy. You've already got a trophy
Listen,
there.
he's in the basement. He texts me what he's doing sometimes because we're in separate places
Uh
and we're
huh.
not social distancing on purpose. We just have to get function. So
Yeah. Actually, by the way, I was correct. It is my mom. So look at that. Even my mom is watching this show for right now. We don't
I,
know
I
how long.
paid I paid a few people to watch Tuesday's show, and now I'm out of money. So whoever's watching today, just know that I didn't slip them anything.
Yeah, we'll get better at this. We promise.
I
No, no, no,
promise.
we don't promise. Actually, no, we don't. It may actually get worse. All right. So they say nobody knows how to kill a bug with a newspaper anymore.
Okay.
People don't know how to iron clothes these days. Is that is that true?
So I will tell you that I think there are people out there that when they buy something, they're like, oh, and I have to iron it. Like it's kind of a sad thing for them. But I love a crisp, good iron. Like I think I'm still that age where I do iron. Like I have an ironing board and I set it up and I watch TV and I iron.
Hmm.
But I will tell you, people younger than me are likely to buy things because they don't have to iron them, and so I think that might be. I might agree with that one.
Okay.
Do you
Uh,
iron? Do you know how to iron?
now that my mom's watching, I have to be honest. I can't say. Actually, no, I do. I do know how to iron. I don't iron very much.
Right.
I buy those shirts that are supposed to be wrinkle free, which they're
Yeah,
not. You just
they're
don't
not.
have a meeting for an hour and so, and you act like they were.
Right.
You've been up since early.
Right.
But I do. I can iron. It says that people do not know how to sew on a button or mend a tear. I would agree with
Mend.
that. Yeah, that's a big
Mend.
word. Mend. We may want to have to explain that to the younger kids. What's mend?
Darn. They don't know how to darn their mittens and darn their socks. Um, I can sew on a button. I'm not really good. I'm not a seamstress. It's not something that I've ever really embraced. But I can sew on a button. I can't replace a zipper. Like that's big time. But I can sew on a button. Can you?
Um, mm, I'm not really sure. Maybe I'll try that today. I think I could do it.
That hesitation told me that you have no clue.
Yeah,
Perhaps
because
that's another show.
so one of my other friends, Dana Fintress, who's with the Hardin County Extension
Hi,
Office,
Dana.
Dana is always talking about
Yes.
it. I, I'm afraid that she would judge me if I answer that question if I know truly know how to. Also, how about washing your own car in the driveway?
Oh, I do that too.
I know. I think Reader's Digest must be out of touch.
Well,
Okay,
when
wait
was
a
it
minute. It
written?
is.
Does it have a year? Like when was it written?
I don't see. It's actually new. It's new. It's like a press release they sent out.
Okay.
So they mentioned that people don't wash their own cars in the driveway. They don't grow their own tomatoes, which we're in Kentucky. Yeah, we do.
Yes, we do. I don't. I do it poorly. Like they are sad. but I feel like I have to try every year, and sometimes I'm more successful than other years. But for the record, I love it when my friends give me fresh tomatoes
There
more
you
than
go.
anything.
You know,
Hello, I love it when my friends give me fresh tomatoes.
I think we got that for sure. And nothing goes better with bacon than a fresh tomato.
Then a fresh
How's
tomato.
that for tagging in bacon in your mailbox?
Love it.
It also says that we do not make a bed with a top sheet. I don't even make a bed. What are you talking about?
So I kind of fold mine up. I don't really like. I think now the way I just kind of take like whatever is on the bottom half of the bed and just kind of throw it up on the top half of the bed. And that's how I make a bed.
I guess technically that works. And they said nobody fixes a clogged sink or toilet these days. They call somebody. I'm not sure I agree with that. So
I can't remember the last time I had a clogged sink. I
that's
don't know
bad
what I
luck.
would do. I would just have to I would call my husband and say, "Hey, you need to take care of that." And then I
Ironically,
would leave. I would leave and I would be like, "Text me when you're done."
there you go. And speaking of that list, ironically, another thing people don't do around the house anymore is read Reader's Digest, apparently. Because I mean, come on now,
Oh,
your list is
I
outlined.
I don't.
I mean, I don't get it. I mean, it's kind of 6 days at home, and they think we're sliding into anarchy here. We still know how to do that kind of stuff, and if you don't, you probably need to figure that out,
Actually,
right?
all of those things are a good list for people to do because all of those can happen relatively easily right now and will keep us busy, right?
That it will.
Get
All right,
those
on to another
newspapers out.
story. On to another topic. So you
Okay.
mentioned on our first show, if people did not watch, the 10 things, which you ended up using 11, I think, might have been 12 or 13 of your 10
So
things.
listen, I learned about myself that I can't count and I don't know my right from my left, but that's okay.
So, so, so the company, Just Born Quality Confections, the Peeps Company. As you mentioned, one of your smile things is Peeps because who
I know
doesn't
what you're
like a
going to
Peep?
say. I know what you're going to say.
Yeah. So they produce, by the way, treats like Peeps, Mike and Ike, hot
Yes.
tamales. They have temporarily halted production amid the outbreak.
Yes.
Just Born says all Peeps though have been shipped to retailers ahead of the Easter holiday, so there'll be no peak shortages anywhere. So don't be like that toilet paper and go out and buy Peeps, people. Don't do that.
Save the peeps for your peeps.
Yeah.
Don't hoard the peeps. That's just rude. Rude. Don't do it.
Yeah, that would be bad.
That would be bad.
I didn't even realize they made fresh peeps every year. I just thought they were
Yes.
just recycled because I mean none of them taste fresh,
I was
right?
going to say that's because you're eating them.
I don't eat them. They don't even look fresh to me.
Don't do that. So I have friends that are doing they're decorating peeps and they're doing like vote for the best peep. So shout out to the Peaks, the Peak family in E Town. Their family decorated peeps and they took pictures of them and put them online and all their friends got to vote to pick the most fun decorated peep and that was a fun. I mean that's something that people could do right now that would bring them a little bit of joy.
Yeah. So hey, back to our other question. Ken commented in here. Ken says I do my own plumbing, especially when my daughter plays with slime and Orbeez. Oh
Nice.
yeah, that's a rough deal when those kids get in. Usually I can't. It was Legos. I think got us one time. So
Have you seen that commercial where the little boy, I think his fish dies or something, and so they're flushing it, and then he says, "What if he gets lonely?" And so he throws in some toys, and they flush it, and he says, "What if he needs something to eat?" So they throw in food. I don't even know what commercial that is, but that's what it reminded me of when he just said that when his kids have slime.
so Glenn Downs at the plumbing doctor at the home and garden remodeling show a few years ago
Yeah.
sold me on a toilet. You know, you know what sold me on this toilet?
What?
They flush golf balls down it.
How? So listen, why?
I don't
Why
know,
do
but I
you need
want.
to flush a golf ball?
But look, if they flush it, there. I mean, all right, it sounded better then. That was my sales pitch. Like, they flush golf balls down it at the expo, so this thing is good. But I don't. And kids, hopefully my kids will eventually watch this today.
Do not.
Don't flush them because one, it's the basement toilet, and that's an up flush thing. They won't go. I'm just saying.
Don't do that. And you need those. So, because you got to hang on to those because eventually we're going to be out playing a lot of golf. And I don't know if you probably never lose balls when you play golf, though, do you?
I find more than I go with, which means that you're in places you're not supposed to be. So yeah, I do lose them, but I find more than I went with.
So
So
you're net positive on equipment when you leave.
I
You're the
got
one
I
only. You're one of the few people that actually believe that when you say, "Hey, I leave with more than I take with me."
oh yeah, usually I count how many golf balls I have, not my score. I'm not really worried about that. So I sell golf balls to offset the food I have to buy for my friends when we
Oh
play
my
for
gosh. Every
fun.
every time you get close to something, it's like you have to purchase whatever is there whenever you're golfing.
Yep. All right,
Yeah.
so we back to our Peep story. So just in time for Easter, the makers of Crocs
Okay.
are collaborating with Peeps Candy to make Peeps themed shoes. And I know you have your shoe there. So will that potentially, now
Oh,
that for your love of Peeps, will that
I don't
make
know.
your list of shoes? I mean, you've
What
got
shoe? What
your
shoes are you talking about, Greg? What shoes?
come
Oh, what shoes are you talking about?
I guarantee you they're with you. I knew it.
Oh, would it be
There you go. That's her theme. Whenever we become famous on the show, you'll have to wear those shoes at all times. You'll never get to wear
I
anything
don't
else ever
listen.
again.
You don't even have to be famous to wear these shoes because they're just like, and so you make fun of me because they're out here with me. But when I was gathering up all my stuff to bring out to the patio, they were right there, and so I was like, oh, they're coming. They're coming with me.
There you go. See, when we get
The
up to
peeps are
10
inside.
viewers,
I haven't done anything with the peeps, but
I mean, we've already got more viewers than I thought we would see on this deal. So, I mean, we may be
like
onto
there's
something
seven.
here. Huh? I can't see the number, but we've had a few people comment, so that's good. So,
We love
but
them.
that would make sense that Peep and Crocs would kind of join together because I mean, Peeps tastes like you're chewing on your Crocs, so you would probably think they would
Wow.
work.
Well, I was going.
I'm
I
just
thought you were going to say that walking on Crocs feels like you're walking on Peeps, which is not really true. I guess Crocs are harder than Peeps, but maybe not. I
Crocs are cool. I do wear Crocs, and I don't care if
have
people
some
judge
too.
me
I
or
like
not.
mine.
Yeah. So, all right, one final story before we wrap up. We're getting close to
Okay.
that 30-minute window of fun. And
Yep.
I know people are really, 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 truly going to be upset when we have to cut this thing off at 30 minutes. That's just how we roll.
Listen,
And we
tears are going to stream down people's faces.
So one public service announcement before we wrap this thing up. I watched this on TV the other day, and I need to double check this. But again, we're not about facts around here. So
Oh
an
no.
expert said your microwave slows down your Wi-Fi. So apparently, using your microwave can choke your internet connection.
Did you test it?
No, I may have to do that today. I mean, why
Homework.
would I test something before I tell everybody that?
Really, especially here. So you know what tastes really good out of your microwave? Bacon.
Yes, it does. I'm gonna have to put mine in the microwave because it's still sitting over here.
Listen,
And,
your breakfast is cold. You need to go so you can eat, probably.
yeah, I'll have to do
Yeah.
that. Think about this though. That I just this random thing popped in my head. Think of it as the microwave as the digital equivalent of somebody flushing the toilet when you're in the shower. We've all been there, the cold water deal. So
The three men in my house don't even know how to take a quick shower. They're all long and hot and they battle over it. So I'm going to tell them this story today and see what they think.
good deal. Hey, we're going to give a special award to our viewer of the day. Our live viewer of the day is going to be Vicky Farrell because Vicky says, "Y'all cracking me up. Thanks for great morning laughs." So, Vicky, you
Thanks,
win.
Vicky.
There'll be nothing in the mailbox for you for winning, but just virtually imagine we are sending you bacon through the mail.
Virtual hug,
Yeah.
virtual bacon.
So, Vicky, thank you. And thanks for everybody that's tuned in. And if you're watching this later on, you can still comment and we'll see those. And we might just even mention you in the next show, which will be coming up on Tuesday.
And
So,
so you'll be famous too for the 8 people that watch next time,
right. I mean,
right?
everybody's going to be talking about this. Be on the cutting edge of this. Tiger King, the first people that watched that show, Tiger King, they were like, "What am I watching?" And then everybody started watching it, and they were one of the first ones. This could be the same thing. Why
You could
not?
get on the ground level of some bacon in your mailbox.
There you go. All right, she is Jana Clark, and I didn't even use our fancy. I even made us some fancy graphics. So that's Jana Clark, community admirer. And again, I'm Greg Milby, community storyteller. We'll get better at this, I'm sure. Wouldn't you think? Maybe.
Or not.
All right. Hey, thanks for watching Baking Bacon in Your Mailbox.
Thanks, Greg. Bye, y'all.